We remain steadfast in our commitment in delivering local news that matters, stories that inspire, enriching the lives of Filipinos in the Philippines and across the globe.
This is your GMA Regional TV. Buong puso para sa Pilipino.
Ini ang GMA Regional TV Early Edition.
Magwapong-gwapa na siga bugtaw na. Beautiful early morning mga kapuso. Good morning, Western Visayas. Let's start the week right. Pinaagi sa pag-enjoy anay. Pasadyahon kita sang aton mga bisita. Hi Daryl, good morning.
Good morning, Man Adrian. Good morning, mga kapuso. Hindi lang ta maka-enjoy, maka-learn pa. Ilongga student nga napasaran ang napulo tanan ka college admission exams, kilalahon taman.
You're watching GMA Regional TV Early Edition ang pinakauna nga Unified Morning Program diri sa aton sa Western Visayas. Sa kunyo kapuso, Adrian Prietos. Ngayon yung makaupod ka naman diri sa GMA Bacolod Station.
Kagako naman si Daryl Marie Sarmiento, nagi ka naman diri sa GMA Iloilo Station. Samtang kalingawan naman ang dalasang isa ka kapuso ta, gani bantayan.
Ari mga kapuso, another sikyo. Kada mo gid sa mga honest nga security guards, no? Sang damlag lang mga kapuso gin turnover ni SG John Abanto sa GMA Iloilo Station ang isa ka malahalon nga cellphone nga iya nakit-an sa bangko.
Pagsaysay ni SG Abanto sa idalom sa punungkuan niya nakita ang cellphone. Wala nagawas ang tawo, bangod manog lunchtime na kag may chance gid siya. Kuntani nga taguon na lang ang ini apang ginpili niya nga ihatag gini si GMA nga lapit man lang sa iya ginaobrahan.
Wow, sana all bala mo na ka-honest pareho sa imo SG Abanto. Rason niya mga kapuso, may iba niya nagapanig-iya sa cellphone gani nagakadapat lang kuno nga ibalik sa tag-iya. 30 minutos sa nakaligad, gin-claim na inisang tag-iya. Bisan, wala na niya personal nga na-meet si SG Abanto. Tuma naman ang pagpasalamat sa tag-iya sa katampad sang gwardya.
Kamu bala ang may mga hinimuan pareho kay SG Abanto o kung mga aktibidad, photos, videos nga makalilingaw kag pwede ipasalita sa TV. Magpakigangot lang sa amon diri sa GMA Regional TV Early Edition. Kaya na ang ibida ta.
Sa upcoming college students, bawd ako na gid nga success nga makapasar sa admission exam. Ano pagidayhan kung tanan nga ginkuhaan mo sa admission exam? Imo tanan mapasaran. Baw, sana all gid no? Pero kapuso na tabo na inahas ang damlag lang. Isa ka Lodi Ilongga grade 12 student ang nakapamatuod nga pwede gali o kung posible gid ni matabo.
Mga kapuso, right choices gid hambal nila ang himuon sa pagsulod pa lang sa college life. Sino man ba ang hindi luyag nga makasulod sa prestiyosong eskwelahan nga makahatag sang dekalidad nga edukasyon. Recently ginpabilib sang Ilongga nga tagaharo Iloilo ang tanan sang napasaran niya ha. Hindi isa ukon lima kundi napulo tanan ka mga eskwelahan. Sa ila admission exams, ari na siya makaupuda sa aton programa. Mayong aga Kate Julian Laroder, welcome sa GMA Regional TV Early Edition.
Mayong aga man, Daryl, and good morning sa tanan nga kapuso nga nagatanaw subong sa ilang mga panimalay sang GMA Regional TV Early Edition. Good morning to all of you.
Congratulations for passing the entrance or admission exam sa napulot tanan ka mga prestiyoso nga eskwelahan diri sa pungsod kag abroad. Wow! Anong first reaction mo when you learned that you passed?
Thank you so much, Daryl. It was more of a blessing actually. Upon knowing ang results ng schools diri sa Philippines, relieved gid kay that was the original plan to study here. And And sa schools naman sa US, mas shock ko kay daw dako nga validation para sa akon nga ay kapasar man ko gali sa gwa.
Please tell us, paano mo ni tanan nga na-applyan diin sa napulo ang pinakanabudlayan ikaw?
Actually, for schools in the US, ginintroduce man lang sang cousin ko ang isa ka website nga ni, wherein do isa lang ka general application ang fill-upan ko. And then I can choose which schools ang akon nga sendan sa akon application. Comply ko lang gid ang ila pagid nga requirements and nag-answer pagid sa ila nga specific questions regarding the program I want to pursue. And sa school sa US also require English proficiency nga test results. So since medyo pricey ang IELTS, I opted to take the Duolingo, which is a cheaper option. And for the schools naman here sa Philippines, diri gurong mas budlay kay mas uti ang requirements nila. For example, sa LaSalle, sa UP, and sa UST, dahil amo ni siya ang mga schools nga napasaran ko here and abroad. University of Arizona, University of Missouri, North Park University, Columbia College Chicago, Northern Illinois University, Washington State University, University of Santo Tomas, De La Salle University, West Visayas State University, University of the Philippines.
You have 10 choices. Among these, naka-decide ka na bala kung diin ka makolehiyo?
Yes, actually, nakapili na ko sa school and naka-confirm naman ko to enroll. But still, I need to comply pa sa mga additional requirements na needed. And damo pa proseso nga dapat ko agyan. So, secret lang danay kay di ko gusto ma-jinx. Pero hopefully and praying gid nga what was planned will push through, and right now I'm just keeping my faith.
Ano gid ang kurso nga dream mo kuhaon kag nga?
They have different expectations of what I want to pursue in college. And as what I have mentioned sa Facebook post ko, Abe, damo nag-expect na either ma-nursing ko kay I came from a family of nurses, or either ma-journalism ko kay I've been joining journalism competitions since elementary. Lately ko lang man na-realize kung ano ang dream course ko. Kaga muna ang communications. Kay I am now sure nga muni ang akong dream course. Kay ever since, doon muna akong nga inclination, ang akong nga passion. And feel ko dirigid ko mag-excel. And I can see more opportunities for me in the future kung muni ang akong nga i-pursue na course.
Kate, sa entrance exams, gid ginatakos ang kahandaan sang isa ka estudyante. Ikaw ya, paano ka nag-prepare para sa imo ang techniques para nga makapasar?
Nag-review man ko with my friends and my sister. Gamit lang ang mga review materials nga gingamit sa akong magulang man sang nagkuha man siya sa entrance exam. Actually, damo sa review materials online. And siguro ang pinaka-technique na lang gid is mag-review as early as possible. Kag maging conscious na gawa sa grades umpisa grade 9. Kaya ito diragid kalabanan kasugod ang grades nga gina-consider for college applications. I know there's no easy way to success, but if we really want to achieve something, we have to work hard and go for it. Saying that my parents always tell me, nga, if God puts a Goliath in front of you, you must believe that there is a David inside of you. So without a doubt, let that David continue to reign in you.
Sino gid ang inspirasyon mo nga amo sini kataas ang imo nga handom?
As cliche as it sounds, syempre pamilya ko, especially ang manghod ko. Kay I want him to be proud of me nga successful iyang magmulang sa kabuhi while pursuing her dream course in an environment na full of great opportunities. Gusto ko man maging successful in the future para mabuligan siya, which I think is a way to give back man to my parents. And aside from that, I was also inspired by those nga always willing to help me without asking anything in return. So when I always do good, para someday I can also give back and be able to help them in my own little way, just like what they did for me.
Salamat gid Kate. Again, congratulations.
Salamat man Daryl and salamat sa mga kapuso nga nagalantaw subong sa GMA Regional TV Early Edition.
Dugang nga impormasyon ka good vibes sa pagbalik sa GMA Regional TV Early Edition.
Ini ang GMA Regional TV Early Edition.
2016 pa madumduman sang nadaog sang Pilipinas ang arbitral ruling sa South China Sea batok sa China. Pero tubtub karon, nabaliwala ini. Subong nga aga isa ka leading expert sa issue sa South China Sea ang makaupod naton tanan, si Gregory Pauling nga nagaserbe subong nga Director and Senior Fellow sa Southeast Asia Program at Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative.
Hi there mga kapuso, welcome back. You are still watching GMA Regional TV Early Edition. This morning, we will be joined by a book author. With us this morning is Sir Greg Pauling. Hi Sir Greg, good morning. Welcome to GMA Regional TV Early Edition. Mayang aga.
I'm very good, thank you. Mayang buntag. Thank you for having me on.
Mr. Pauling, you work as a Senior Fellow for Southeast Asia and at the same time, such a busy guy, Director of Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative. What's your role when it comes to research on South China Sea issues?
Well, my job, the job of any think tank in DC, is to give advice to the U.S. government. Ultimately, we're independent researchers. For the last 8 years, we spent a lot of time buying commercial satellite images and the like, and using those to analyze China's behavior in the West Philippine Sea, much of which you've probably seen in the press here and abroad.
Yes.
And it really allowed us to shine a light on Beijing's intentions and provide, I think, some useful advice to both Washington and Manila.
Sir Greg, we're very much delighted to have this opportunity to sit down and talk with you this morning about your new book on Dangerous Ground, America's Century in the South China Sea. We anticipate learning a great deal about the history of the United States' engagement in the world's most dangerous waterway. Please provide our Kapuso viewers the information they need in order for them to understand what your book is all about.
Well, I wrote the book because I found that both in the U.S. and in the Philippines, there's a remarkable lack of historical knowledge about how these disputes started, why we got here, why we care so much. China's been really good at funding research on its version of the history, and we haven't done as much work on the other versions of the history. So I wanted to go back and see, what has the U.S. been saying? What have U.S. officials been saying for over 100 years as these disputes evolved? And what I found is that there's really two threads that run throughout the last century for the U.S. One was its commitment to its alliances, particularly with the Philippines. And two was its commitment to freedom of the seas. And that you can find that all the way back in our objections to Japanese claims before World War II. It's not new, and it's been extremely consistent all the way through.
Mr. Pauling, what does this book seek to convey to U.S. national security policy, aside from offering the most thorough account, in the first place, of America's history in the South China Sea?
I don't think we can know where we're going without understanding where we came from. We have to understand what the U.S. has historically cared about in order to distinguish which interests really matter, where do we have to hold the line, and where can we compromise? And so what I hope this book conveys is that time and again, the United States has found the issue of freedom of the seas to be of vital national importance. And time and again, the U.S. has determined that the U.S.-Philippine alliance is of vital national importance. And both of them are at threat right now in the West Philippine Sea and must be defended. We can compromise on a lot of the details, but those fundamental interests have been abiding for over 100 years.
As a prominent expert on the South China Sea dispute, what, in your opinion, are the best methods to pursue frameworks that, say, prioritize U.S. interests?
Well, I think in the case of the alliance, the U.S. interest and the Philippine interest align. So the most important thing for the two countries to do is to come together to modernize and update the framework of our alliance for the 21st century. Right? It's not 1951 anymore. The alliance must grow and change. And we've seen Secretary Lorenzana with Secretary of Defense Austin make a lot of progress in that last year. That needs to continue in order to deter and dissuade Beijing from ever resorting to force. That'll buy us the time for a diplomatic solution. But that diplomatic solution will take many, many, many years And it will have to involve being honest and open about China's bad behavior, not just sweeping it under the rug.
Now let's tone this down a little bit this time around. There are 10 chapters in your book. Well, which one is your personal favorite, Mr. Pauline? Why?
The one that I had the best time writing and the one that taught me the most was the chapter entitled The Great Alliance Debate, which covers the years from 1975 to 1979, in which the Marcos government made the South China Sea issue fundamental to the renewal of the military basing agreement for the first time. The Marcos administration was very worried for the first time that Filipino outposts might be attacked, and the United States for the first time had to really think about what the treaty meant in the context of the South China Sea. And I think the decisions that were made in those 4 years color how our relationship operates today in ways that haven't been appreciated.
We're very much excited to see what your book has to offer to our Kapuso viewers. Can you tell us where we can get this one?
Well, you'll first be able to get it on Amazon on
Yes.
July 1st if you like to read the Kindle, the electronic version. I'm afraid the printer has been delayed like everything else in COVID with supply chain delays. So we don't really know. The hard copy will be available in the Philippines either in August or September, but we don't have an exact date. Well, I just want to be very clear. It's not just my work either. This builds on the work of a lot of great Filipino friends and colleagues without whom I couldn't have done it. So this is not just my story. It really stands on their shoulders. And I think it's vital that we all understand our own story, not just accept the stories that Beijing is feeding us.
Thank you for giving us this chance, this opportunity to speak with you this morning. Such a great deal for us here in Western Visayas. Good morning. God bless you.
Thank you.
O Kapuso, dirala ka mga don't switch channels. Madayo na magtuto ka isa na naman. Ka-talented Kapuso, tang atong makaupod sa Bistalk sa pagbalik sa inyong paborito ng programa ko na aga, GMA Regional TV Early Edition.
Ini ang GMA Regional TV Early Edition.
O sa mga mapakasalda, areho, weddings and events decorator and stylist, at the same time teacher pagid. Gikan sa Bago City, Negros Occidental ang aton bisita this morning. Mamangkot tabi kung maka-discount ta. Hi! Good morning, Sir Kenwy Alipato. Welcome to GMA Regional TV Early Edition, Maing Aga.
Good morning, Sir Adrian, and welcome mga kapuso naton pambatida sa Western Visayas.
Sir, you are a teacher by profession at the same time ba wedding and events decorator and stylist kapagid. Kakapoy sang imo nga karera. Nga mo man yan napili mo man?
So I've started this during my college years pa no. Kapudopod ko sa kay Sir Alan Martiga Pandikora sa simbahan. As of that, tinadalay mo ko sa may mga events na nakasal sang una. As na nakasulod ako sa pagtudlo ko, teacher. So dahil ako nagsugod ng batamat, full swing sang ako nga pag-event sa mga decorations na ako. Kaya ka may kwarta na ako bakal-bakal ako sa mga gamit na ako na matamat. Sa subong nagdamo na gina ako mga gamit na ginagamit subong.
Ibang level, no? Double major. Sorry, hey kami, sir. Kung ano ka nakalawig sa sining industriya, for sure, damo-damo na gini mga kasal, nga imo gintibong.
It's almost 25 years ako sa service ining industriya. Not only nag-focus ako sa wedding decorations, but at the same time, coordinate ako sa mga pageant and everything, sa mga school sa program naman. So, lihi, kasi sige mataamat na siya. So, ginabaki-baki ko man ang ako nga time, being a teacher, at the same time, being a wedding decorator, hindi maguba ang akong klase, ang akong ubra hindi man maguba.
This time, let's talk about the role of a wedding stylist or decorator. Ano ka importanteng ara ikaw? Anong rolyo mo? Anong papel mo nga mahambal blang bride ka groom because of you nagtahom gid ang amon niya kasal?
So being a wedding decorator, from planning everything sa groom kag bride, ara kada ang concept ng ihatag nila sa imo nga dapat masunod nimo because you are in charge to make the venue nga magnami, mag-beautiful, ma-transform mo ang venue into a wedding nga dream nilang nga duwang ng magkasawa.
Gusto sang bride kag sang groom baw simple lang pero gusto nila barato pero may dating kag class. Paano naton ginamix ka ginahalo-halo? What are the things that you consider as a designer?
Okay, so you have to consider also all the logistics sa kinahanglanon nimo, mga materials. Piguon mo kung anong ilang kwandira ko pilang budget nila. But the most important thing is, mahatag mo satisfy mong client nimo, manami ang imo obra, mas gamay lang ang budget. Sa same time, ikaw nga wedding decorator, manamian ka man.
Wow. What satisfaction naman do you get bilang isa ka stylist and designer?
So I'm happy kung ang client ko satisfied sa ako yung obra. Nung makita nila nga pulido, yung taghipid nga pag-obra sina, amo na ako na pangayo iya, no? Nga makakita nila, happy na ko na yun. One thing, I'm sure, mapultil ko ang ako nga obra man eh.
And syempre, gusto namon mahibaluan man, dihatagi bit tips sa mga kapuso naton. Ano ini klase ka industriya? Paano kita ka-survive? Dire.
Okay, so sa tanang maluyag sa mga ining industriya, take notes already a career or a profession man ni ang wedding decorator. So yan involving also a lot sa mga supplier, sa flowers nimo. At the same time, ang sa imo nga kliyente, ang pagsalig ang trust nga hindi madula sa imo. So mo lang na siya, at the same time personality naton ka-reflect mo na sa aton obra mo, di ba la? So be happy kung ano imo na sudlang nga career na profession nimo, work in hand. At the same time, kapitalan din naton ang atong obra kay di matal kabuhi kay negosyo ng lakat naton sini, profession naton, so dapat ara sige-sige na siya asa magdamo ng atong kliyente.
Sir, thank you again for inspiring our kapuso viewers this morning. Thank you for being part of our program. God bless you. Salamat, Gid.
Thank you, Sir Adrian. Kasalamat pa sa mga kapuso nato nagalantaw subong aga. Padamo gid nga salamat.
Mga kapuso, remember, education is a tool that breaks down all barriers. Kung mayara ka sini, sarang mo mahimo ang mga gusto mo nga wala sang pagpangduha bangod may ihibalo ka.
Agree gid ako sa imo, Adrian. Ini ang isa katami nga hindi sarang maagaw sang iban. Pero dapat ano ka man kaalam, upon ka sagad, wala ka nagauntat silinggani sang Liberian president na si George Weah. Education is a continual process. It's like a bicycle. If you don't pedal, you don't go forward. Hindi magkakapoy nga makatuon adlaw-adlaw, hindi lang sa eskwelahan, kundi bisan diin ka man, bangod may mga leksyon nga matun-an halin mismo sa mga eksperyensya ta.
Mga puso, mahimo ninyo malantaw ning episode sa GMA Regional TV official website sa www.gmaregionaltv.com, and please click subscribe sa aming official YouTube channel.
Mga kapuso, every day is your chance to build the future you want. So either you run or the day runs you. Ako si Daryl Marie Sarmiento.
Maraming salamat sa inyo pa dahil yung pagtutok. Diri sa mo syempre sa GMA Regional TV Early Edition kada alas 8 sa aga. Kapuso, today's the best day of your life. Gani start early, start right. Ako man, si Aiden Prieto, buong puso para sa Pilipino. Good morning! God bless you. Bye!